Yes, we're having a media day to talk about the training that's taking place at Camp Atterbury in Indiana. It's a large exercise in which we train a number of forces to help FEMA and state authorities respond to incidents, which is one of the focuses of this command. Clearly, in a situation like that, you're having to deal with, in this case, radiological outputs, much like we saw in Japan when they had the incidents. So that makes it a little bit different, having to track soldiers that are in and out of the region. So that's really a primary focus for the difference in the exercise between that and one like Katrina, Sandy, etc. So we have equipment that they specifically designed for them to go in and out of the area, and they have devices that they hang on the uniform called dosimeters that tell us how much exposure they have had. And if they are getting to a point where it's going to become unhealthy for them to continue, then they're pulled off from that mission and not allowed to go back into a hot zone. With regard to all of the evacuations, again, our focus is to support FEMA, which is a lead agency. And so we execute the missions that they need the Department of Defense to do. Certainly, you want to take a look at all the possible things that could happen, and then worst cases so that, if it's a smaller incident, it's easier to respond to. But regardless of the level of it, there's a lot of coordination that's going to take place with the local community, with the state, and with federal agencies. So that's really the focus of this, is to work with our partners on how we support them in supporting the American people. Well, the scenario is based around Ohio, Dayton, and Columbus, in which two devices we call dirty bombs that go off and cause catastrophic damage as well as radiological damage. 16 counties pretty much affected in the area, so see a lot of disruption to energy, water, etc. And so we are, responding to requests from the federal agencies as to what they need us to do to support them in this mission set. We are one of many federal agencies that has capabilities that bring, clearly the military is one of the largest ones, and so what we are doing with these exercises is being able to coordinate how we respond to large events in support of other federal agencies. So how we talk, our lexicon, as you guys know, sometimes we say things that just don't make any sense to you. So teaching ourselves to speak in plain English, to share communications capabilities so that we're all talking on the same radio or using the same computer systems, being able to pull down images and so forth from federal agencies and share them with locals. So that's really the focus of this exercise, as well as this headquarters in working with other federal agencies. This exercise we do annually. So you'll see next year it'll be a similar type of exercise, and what we're doing is validating units that are going to be taking over this mission effective the 1st of October, that they're ready to be able to respond if the nation calls. NORTHCOM, the scenario mission, typically this one's focused around chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear enterprise, and so really is working a lot with NORTHCOM and FEMA, the lead federal agency, on what type of scenario they want us to lay out for this exercise. Well, and again, this exercise is really driven between NORTHCOM and the lead federal agencies as to what they feel would be most effective for us to exercise in support of them. And we also do exercise on hurricanes as well. So this is just a series of different exercises that we do to support local authorities, state authorities, and federal agencies in catastrophic type events. Yes. So at Camp Atterbury, sorry,
You're moving. Is he moving?
moving target. So at Camp Atterbury, they have a tremendous capability to conduct these type of command post exercises to train headquarters, so they don't have to move all of their vast amount of equipment. It saves a lot of money and lets us tie in with our systems, but not have to bring all the architecture with us. Okay. William Roy, go by Will, R-O-Y, last name, like on the name tape.
Yep. And your What's your
Rank?
rank?
Major General.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
I don't think I was rolling.
Now we're no problem.